Hey everyone, this is Josh, and welcome back for another episode of See Josh Play. So, today we are looking at a new game that I found called Factorio. I got it a week ago, and I've played it for about 20 hours so far. It's kind of like a part-time job. So, this is a factory building game. Right here in the early game, you have to kind of gather resources. You can see I have a burner miner drill here, a robotic arm that's moving into this box, so I'm collecting coal. And right now, because these are primitive devices, they actually have to be loaded up with coal as fuel, so they keep running. So let's see. Whoa, it's really dark. So there's day-night cycles to the game. And as you can see up here, I have a little stone mining operation going. Let's add some more fuel here. They're all out of fuel, so I'll have to go back down to my coal and get some. Anyway, the start of the game is quite slow, but it quickly picks up as you're able to automate more things. So the stones are getting loaded in here, and they get fired and turned into bricks. Over here, we're mining iron and smelting it into these iron plates. And then as we get more of these resources, we can actually build some cool stuff. So I'm going to skip ahead now, because this early part of the game is not as interesting to watch. So here we are a little bit later in the game. This is, I think, 2.5 hours into my second playthrough. And you can see I've already automated a lot of stuff. So over here we have our iron ore that's going along this belt and getting combined with our coal, so we don't have to manually load these burners anymore. They're just getting fed automatically. Because, you don't want to do stuff manually. Automation is the name of the game. So, here they're loading up all this, and the iron comes along here. I left some extra space because I know from my last experience that I will need a lot of iron coming into later in the game. So, you have these little splitters, you can split off your iron, and then you have assembling machines, like this one's making gears, and the gears are getting placed on this belt, along with the copper wire from these machines. Here, I'll turn on this view so you can see which direction all the arms are going to, and you can see what all the assembling machines are making. And then we have circuit chips over here, which are making these robotic arms, and then these get turned into science packs. And to unlock new types of stuff, you have to research in laboratories. So you can see here I'm researching shotgun shell damage. There is some combat to this level. As you kind of expand out into the world, some of these machines, you can see here, it says pollution. Over on the side it says pollution 2.4. So they do produce this pollution that kind of seeps out from your base, and it will attract alien wildlife, which will come and attack you. So you do have to fight them off. I have weapons down here, and then you can also build turrets. It's really, it's just an awesome game. I'm very addicted to it right now. Here you can see it. You have set up a little offshore pump, and then you have to feed coal into these boilers that will heat up the water, and then you can make steam engine electricity here, and then you can run the electricity through these power lines. So you can see if I hover over the power line, the electric demand satisfaction is actually in the red right now. So all my machines are going slower as a result. So you can see this boiler is not even being used because these two are sufficient to heat the water up to 100. So I can add another boiler on the end here and then give it some power. There we go. Now it's chugging along, and now you can see we're in the yellow, so a little bit better. I could probably do a little better by, let's see, I'm going to build a few more of these boilers so that I can add a third one on. Build one of these. 2 more boilers. I think we can add 3 now. Need to get electricity over to the last one. Now they're all fired up. And we need to extend our feeding line so these ones actually get enough. You can see the water temperature is only getting to 80, so these are running at part performance. All kinds of little tweaks like this that you just have to keep, that pole is getting in the way, keep working on to make your base more and more efficient. Let's extend this over. There we go, now there's automatically feeding, I don't have to worry about them. And now we have 3 water temperatures at 100, so we're good there. And now you can see, and you can chart your electricity production and usage over time and see what's taking the most of your energy. Man, I just love all the little intricacies. One of the challenges of the game that I found so far is that I don't really know where I'm building to, so I don't know how much of each resource I'll need. So you start off, things are getting a little bit complicated in some parts, but this is all pretty clean. But I'll go forward to a later game and show you how convoluted your factory will get. Or if you don't plan properly, like me, because I'm a newbie at this game. So here we are, several hours later in my gameplay. And you can see I've built a lot more onto the factory over here. Ooh, this one's out of fuel. So some of my furnaces don't get fuel automatically given to them, which is... I should fix that, shouldn't I? Oh well. You know what, I could. I'm gonna do that right now. So, like I have coal going here, and I need to split it off so that it'll go over and feed into these furnaces. Let's see. See, the trouble is once you get something like this going, you kind of run out of space to put things. Splitter. There we go. I really want it to come back down here, I think. Actually, no. Pick up some of that stuff. Fix that. So what I think I want to do is run it straight up under here. So you can build these things to run one belt underneath another one. There we go. Now I can use a long robotic arm to grab it off this far belt. So, get all that working. I need to keep it going so that it will feed into my other line, and then I can remove this outdated track. Oh, and these two are out of power now because I moved that power pole. Oops, put that back. I don't need to move that. There we go, they're working again. Now, these red robotic arms are longer, so you can see they pull from, you can rotate them around to determine where they pull from. So now if I were to empty this of fuel, you can see those robotic arms now automatically put fuel into these guys. So I never have to worry about refilling them again. Yeah, like I was saying, you get this thing and it's all snaking around itself, and then I made some big mistakes. You can see here the green circuit production, which is happening down here. I discovered I needed it way over here because, yeah, I was building, what was I building over here? Oh, electric engines. But the electric engines need lubricant, and my lubricant is coming from these. So I either had to run a pipe way over there or run the electric circuits back over here. Because you can pump, these are oil pumps. They pump up oil from the ground and into my factory. And then through all these chemical plants to, you know, make all kinds of delightful things. Like sulfuric acid for batteries and all that stuff. And then of course my normal engines are up here, so I have to send them all the way down and along this outside of the belt so that they end up down here and will get grabbed off the belt. So yeah. Oh, and then the other thing I did wrong is that my blue science packs all ended all the way up over here, so they're not feeding directly into my laboratories, which is all the way up here. So I'll have to find a solution for that. As you can see, it's kind of like a big free-form puzzle to find the most efficient solution, and I'm sure as I keep playing I'll find more optimized ways of doing things. This is just a giant mess. Kind of functional, but I'm sure there's better ways to do it. And my plastic production is so slow that it's holding up the whole assembly line. So many problems. Anyway, I'll jump ahead again to show you some other stuff. They have trains and robots later on. I have not gotten to the robots, but I have built a train, so I'll show you that. This is the farthest I've gotten in the game. So, starting to get some solar panels, which during the day they produce electricity, and then you have to store them in these accumulators at night, so you can feed them back into the electrical system. I'm still using a lot of steam engines for my main supply, but starting to supplement it with these. I discovered that I was running out of oil, so I needed to pipe in oil. So I have this thing here that's taking crude oil barrels and extracting the oil and feeding it into my system, because these two oil wells ran dry. So here's the belt feeding in with my full oil barrels, and then the empty oil barrels are going back over here. And this is the train. Yes. So my empty ones will come around here, where these robotic arms here. Here it comes. There we go. You can see the arms automatically load it. Right now there's not very much happening because my factory doesn't have enough demand to really need the train to do all that much. But you can have these little train stops, and then your train will be automated to just go along up here. And this is where I'm now getting my oil from. You can see these arms are going to load up, which is not much to load because, like I said, the pipeline is very slow right now. I just have one machine, and I don't really have a need for that much crude oil right now, but I can definitely scale it up as needed. So yeah, here's these pumps up here. I have had some attacks from alien creatures, so I set up a few turrets. Not too bad so far, though. I think I need to show you how you can be attacked in this game. So my train went away. I'll have to wait for it to come back. Anyway, there's so many levels of complexity to this game. It's just, it's delightful. I love it. Can't wait till I get my robot set up. Okay, so you train need to go to the bottom station. Go for it. See, I just finished researching some stuff, so I can logistic, drone, speed, all kinds of fun stuff. Bullet damage, that seems useful. In my previous game, I got to a certain point and then I got overwhelmed by too many creatures attacking me, and I hadn't built up my defenses sufficiently, so they killed me. And my factory was such a mess that I just decided to start over. So, you can build a little car here, which is very difficult to drive. I'm always running into things. I'll just drive out here a ways and hopefully show you some of the combat. You can see up here on the map, there's some red there. I think that means trouble. I'm just gonna die, probably. Oop. See those? Alien critters. My gun does... I do have a machine gun. Stuck up against a tree. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Whoa, that's a big one. Holy crap. No, I'm stuck against the tree. Uh-oh, my car just blew up. I'm gonna run away. I do have a machine gun on me too. And that's a look at combat. So, if you, I lost my car. Oh well. So if you go out too far, or if your pollution levels start spreading out too far, these nests will kind of get aggravated and they'll come attack the nearest source of pollution. So that's why I have some turrets set up around the edges. And as you start, using more energy, your pollution level grows, and so you have to worry about defense a little bit. Anyway, that is a first look at Factorio. I'm sure any of you who actually know how to play the game, looking at this factory, will be appalled at the mess I've made, but I had a lot of fun making it, and I'm sure next time I'll make it just a bit more efficient. And not, yeah, here's how I solved the blue science thing, by the way. I had to pipe it all the way over here onto this belt with an electric arm, and then off of that belt, and then all the way up here so it feeds on here. So now it's finally automated. It's just a terrible, terrible, terrible detour. Anyway, I've had a lot of fun with this game. Hopefully this shows you a little bit of how you can set up the automation and what the game is about. I'll probably be making some more videos on this game. I definitely think I'll be playing it for a while, but I want to get better at it, and so that I'm not just, complete novice showing off how terrible I am at building factories. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you all next time.